15. Okay, so we're going to work on Emily's percentage. So this is a chart about basketball shots. Okay? Like she made 15 out of 20 baskets. Could be free throws, right? So if we talked about Emily, how would you set up a little chart? Or what would you do first? Tell me what you would do. Yeah, you could make a ratio table. Alex, you ready to listen? Okay. So if we did a ratio table for Emily, you could do number of shots made, right? To number of shots. What was in your table?
15.
Total?
Oh.
So you did the number of shots total is what I'm asking you? Or did you made, missed? What did you put in your table?
So what we did is that we had 15 and 20 on the ratio table.
Okay, so you did number of shots in all. You did a total, right? And so that works. I was just asking because I wasn't sure what you were looking at.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay, so then what happens next, Lexi?
And then what we did is that we did.
Right, 20 times 5 gives us 100. We're looking for percent.
Yeah, and then we did 15 times 5 was 75.
Right,
75%.
Right, so Emily made 75% of her shots. So how many did she miss? How many actual shots did she miss? Yeah, 5. Now I need to do a brand new ratio table, or do I have enough information just to tell how many she missed? I mean, what percent she missed? Sure? Tell me what you're thinking. She made 75%. What do you think, Alex? What percent did she miss? So, it's not 20. What'd you get, Jordan? 25. Because you have to get to 100. So if you have one part, you could, if she made 75%, then she had to miss the rest, which is 25%. So you don't need that in your ratio table, but you could have put it in your ratio table. The girls didn't, which is fine, because they could still answer the question. But you could have done shots made, shots missed, and shots in all. So maybe this would help you, Alex. You kind of look like maybe you weren't sure. So what if you did this instead? Put one more row. And up here, put the number of shots.
Johnny, tell me.
Okay.
Wow,
thank you. So what if I put a 5 here? Look up here. Then I could have still used their directions of timesing by 20. I mean, timesing by 5. It's like that's a timesing by 5, and we would get 25. So these two numbers always have to add to 100. So you could have put them in the ratio table, but they didn't need to. You should be able to do that on a quiz. Something similar, right? It might be a completely different situation. It might be the number of kids that went sledding tomorrow versus the number of kids that didn't go sledding tomorrow since it's snowing out.
Oh, good point.
Right? Okay. Let's do Angela. So, Savannah, Angela. What do we know about Angela? Okay, so you did made to total. 12 to 15. My question is, did you reduce? Because if you reduce, it's pretty easy. Or did you build up? Well, why don't you reduce then? Reduce it down. What goes into both?
That is 3.
So let's Savannah talk for a minute. What goes into both? Okay, how many times does 3 go into 12? 4. How about 15 divided by 3? 5. Okay, so Perla, how do we get to 100 now? What do I have to do here to get to 100? Yep, multiply.
5.
How many 5s go into 100? Right? 20. Okay, so Cody, what do I know from this then? So this tells me I have a 80, and that's 100. So what do you know about Angela? Angela did what, Cody? Made 80% and missed how much?
20%.
Right. Because they have to add to 100. Okay? Third one's harder. So Ava, third one. Christina's numbers.
Okay, so she missed 3 shots. She made 0 shots.
So she made, I don't think, okay, I think in the table you have to fill in. So for example, she missed 3, but her total is 16. So what did she make? Like for example here, Angela made 12. Her total was 15, so she missed 3. So how many did she make?
Me?
Yeah.
Or
13. Okay. So she made 3, missed 13. What's her total?
16.
16. Okay. So this is trickier. So 16 is harder to get to 100, right?
Yeah.
So whenever the number doesn't go into 100 evenly, multiply by 100. Just times by 100. 1600, not 1,000. And then what do I have up here?
300.
300. And here? 1,300. And then I want percent. So Isidro, what do I need here? I need, but what number do I want if I'm looking for percents?
Wait, no, but she.
What number do I want if I want a percent? To find percent, what number do you need to be your total? 100, right? So I have to divide by.
Actually, she made 13 and missed 3.
Okay, I can switch that. What do I have to divide by?
Get it divided by
To get from 1,600 to 100? How do you get 16 to 1 when you divide by?
16 to 1 divided by 1.
No.
16 divided by 1.
It's 16.
Yeah.
How about 16 divided by what is 1?
Divided by what? Oh, 16 divided by 16.
Okay, so 16 divided by what is 1? 1,600 divided by what is 100? Help me out. What do I have to divide by? divide by 16. So up here, this is the made, and this is the missed. Thank you. So I have to divide everything by 16. Okay, so if I divide 300 by 16, 16 goes into 300 how many times? Gage? What's 16 plus 16?
32.
Okay, so how many times does 16 go to 30? Once, right? Subtract, and what do you get?
You get 14.
You get 14, bring down the 0. Okay, so 16 times, let's say, pick a number.
8. I mean 9.
9?
That's going to be, no, 8.
Let's check. 16 times 8.
128.
Right. And if we add another 16, we go over, right?
Yeah, then you want to.
So we want 16 times 8. We get 128. Once in a while, you have to do the division. And when you subtract here, you get 12, right?
Yep.
So your answer is 18 and 12 sixteenths. Is 12 sixteenths reduced?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is 12 sixteenths reduced to?
3/4.
Right, because I could divide by 4. So that's a much more challenging problem. But it's still doable. So 18 and 3/4 we could think of as 18.75.
How could that be possible, though?
Exactly.
You can't miss like that.
That's true. But it's her ratio of made to miss. So her percentage is 18.75, not how many she made.
Oh.
So we would say she made about 19% of her shots.
Yeah, but now we just need the.
So I don't need to do another division problem. I could just subtract. How much more do I need to add to 18.75 to get up to 100?
91. 82.25. No, 81.
81. And for those of you that aren't sure where they got that from, they're subtracting or adding up in their head. They're taking 100.00 and subtracting 18.75. I would say this is kind of an advanced bonus level problem at this point for a lot of people. But the other ones are good test problems. This one's a little hard for a test problem. But good for some of you. Some of you really need that advanced level problem. So she missed 18.75% or close to 19%. Pretty good. Made 80% of her shots, a little more than 80% of her shots. All right? Okay, we're going to do the next part. So the next part is just find the free throw success. So they call that, like what, oh, so it is about free throws, I forgot. The ratio of the percent made to the percent missed. So what does that mean? Like for Emily, what does that mean, Cody?
What's a free throw?
In basketball, you know, when you stand, have you ever seen a basketball game? It's when you stand on the line here after you maybe got fouled,
Foul on a shooting foul.
and then you try to shoot into the basket from there.
And you can't jump over.
You have to stand on the line.
No, you can.
And it's worth a point every time you get a basket. Okay, so if you're not a basketball player, that's what a free throw is.
If you make a shot and then go on the free throw, then you only shoot one.
Right, if you already made the basket.
and 1. Then you get 2 points and you can have it all.
Right. How many people play basketball? Okay. How many people watch basketball? Okay. So not everybody. A lot of soccer players probably though, or swimmers and stuff, right?
Baseball players. Baseball players.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a basketball problem. So boys and girls, when it says find a free throw success as a ratio of percent made to percent missed, an example would be Emily. She made, if you look back at Emily, 75% of her shots and missed 25%, or her ratio is 3-to-1. For every 3 baskets she makes, she misses 1.
But it doesn't have to be unit rate, right?
No, it doesn't. Those are both okay. Both okay. The reason I like this one, even though I added this one in, is it could kind of help you think about, like, what if she made 6 baskets? How many do you think she missed?
2.
How does she do?
2 or maybe. No, she missed 2.
Yeah, because this is the made to miss. This is like her stats. You know how they have an NBA draft?
Yeah.
You think those guys that are spending all that money take a little bit of time to look at people's stats?
Yeah.
Yeah. They look at this kind of thing, right? And if you have, so, you know, they have to learn how to interpret a lot of math numbers. Those people spending all the money getting the players.
You have to watch.
They don't pick, you know, who they like the best.
Well, also.
They pick the best players based off of statistics. Yeah.
Let's say it doesn't fit in the, like, it's like a puzzle.
They have to also pick something they need, right? If they don't need a guard, they're not going to be looking at guards.
They do basketball because they do all those plays, and you need to know math for that kind of stuff.
Baseball, all those sports spend a lot of time with statistics, and there's a lot of money involved. Okay, so what about the other, Angela? Angela made what percent? 80%, right? So her made to miss ratio is 80 to 20. Do you get that? Yeah, made to missed. We're not going to do Christina. We're going to just stick with the easier of the two. So here's how you might use that. If Angela shoots 50 free throws, do you see part C? How many do you think she's going to make? So imagine this is a quiz. You guys are pretty quiet for a class that's going to have a quiz pretty soon. This is something you should be able to answer. Gauge.
4 to 1.
But that's not what it's asking. It's asking what would you expect, how many would you expect her to make? But she's only shooting 50 baskets.
50 baskets, I would probably expect her to make like 40. No.
Yeah, that's not bad. So
Like 40 to 35.
okay, so if you know your made percentage, right, so your missed percentage. So she made 80, missed 20%. Can you get a total?
Yeah, 100. Yeah.
100, right?
Yeah.
But I'm saying, what if she doesn't shoot 100 baskets?
Divided by 2.
She only shoots 50, yes. Divided by 2. So we're going to predict if she shoots 50 baskets. What do you think, Abby? That's what they're going to predict, right? You don't know. It's like the future. But why? So we're using her previous, history to see how we think she's going to do. We're going to predict. What if I said now she only is going to do maybe she does 10 baskets. What do you think, Ava?
For Angela,
Yeah, so I have Angela here.
I think that she would probably miss or make maybe 7.
But you know her stats here. So can you get from here to 10? How? Divide by 10. So don't like put your own personal feelings into it. Use the math because you want to use the statistics. So if you divide by 10, the math tells you that she should make about 8 and miss about 2. Even though it's just a prediction. What if I said 60 baskets? Not 50 baskets. She shoots 60 free throws in her career. What do you think she made about? James, how about that? What if she had 60 baskets? Total. Right, because you have to multiply by 6. So probably according, if she shoots about the same all the time, for every 80% of the baskets she makes, that means she would, if she shot 60 baskets in all, she probably would make about 48 of those shots. That's pretty good, you guys. Free throws. She could have a bad day.
Yeah.
Right. So, but this is like just the prediction. Okay. So put that away, Noah. That goes away last time. All right. That's a long